Man, I gotta brush my beard and my hair. It looks terrible. Anyway. Let me know when you can see if you do choose to do this. If not, I mean, I understand. But I think this is going to be the easiest way I could show you everything. Let me pull out an item to brick. Grab a random piece of shit. There's something a decent item. Even though I'm gonna throw it away anyways, something in me just makes me want to have good stats. Okay, well. Fuck it, this'll work. Alright. Can you hear me, Keizo? Or are we still talking? Interesting. I can see your mic lighting up, but anyway. Let me know.
Not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Now I can't, but you know, that's okay. You might not be talking. Blink twice if you're watching my live stream. Or leave a comment and I'll be able to see it. But, let me go actually to my good old PC here. Okay. Okay, well, if you can see the stream, I'm gonna break everything down for you. If you can't, you can still hear me talk. So I think it'll work. Oh, yeah, okay, blink. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna use this random GA right here. So basically, before you masterwork, you need to temper. So you're gonna go here, and we're gonna pick this item, and I'm gonna temper it. So let's say we want to try to get critical strike damage. Alright, because we have critical strike damage as a GA, we're gonna try to double it up and get that stat again. Okay, we got ultimate damage. Shit, we gotta roll it again. No worries. Now, because we have a GA, we get extra rolls. Vulnerable damage. That's viable for the build, so we're gonna stick with that for now. Okay, now we want to get Dust Devil size. So, I'm gonna temper for Dust Devil size. Dust Devil damage. We're going to pretend it's perfect so we can move on with the video. Okay? So, I'm going to take this now.
What will it be?
And we're going to go over here. And now that I've tempered it, I'm able to masterwork it. See? So, if you notice I had 3 stats, now I have 5 stats. I got the Dust Devil damage and the vulnerable damage. Now, we can temper it so all affixes increase by 5%. So, see, that critical strike damage went up to 77 from 75. Now we're at 80. And now here's the big one. Every 4, you're going to get the 25%. Okay, so once you have the 25%, ah, shit, we didn't like this stat. I wanted it in critical strike damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit triangle, reset Masterwork ranks, and then I'm going to
Not
try
bad.
again. Oh, hell yeah, I like this stat. I mean, in reality, this is the worst shit, right? But say, okay, yeah, we like this stat. We'll move on now. So now you just keep on keeping on. We're going to upgrade it again to 8. Now here's the second time it's going to hit. Boom. Okay, vulnerable damage. Beautiful. Now, ideally, what you're going to want to do is, say I have tempered where I have the critical strike damage GA, and then I've tempered for critical strike damage as well. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll all of your 25% in that temper to get a way higher stat value. But yeah, so say this is a level 830 gear item, and I just got a 925 I want to replace it with now. But I've leveled this one up, and I feel like it's a waste. So I come over here to the blacksmith. Let's actually
Anything
a
breaks,
good
the
example of
forge is
this. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna look. My Engolith is 870. My Obdicite is 340. Okay. So then we come over here, and we're going to unlock it and pop it. Boom. And now we got 100 Opticite back and 200 of the, whatever the other one's called, 260 of it, see? So it's pretty forgiving if you want to, you know, go say and ruin another item like this beautiful ring right here. Do you have any questions?
So,
I didn't hear a word she said. That's so bad. I'll just give it a second. This is, yeah, no harm, no foul. Absolutely. And then, as I was saying, these, once you get into the stars, then it's gonna start costing that Nathrion or whatever. But, yeah, man. I think that's a pretty straightforward, explanation of it. And, so, also, one thing you're gonna want to do when you're tempering
Father bless. What do you need?
is... Here, let me pick an item. I guess it doesn't matter what. This polearm's fine. So, say I want, for example, crit or whatever, a temper, and I fail. And say I've rolled this 3 times now, and I am about to brick it. It's always a good idea before you keep rolling for the last time to make sure you get your second stat. You know, add whatever you're gonna add. And then, if you have a stat that's particularly hard, maybe you try to roll, there's different variations that are kind of the same thing. So, your build might say, hey, I want to get, what is it? Stun duration, right? For the higher percentage. Where's the fucking thing at? Whatever. I might be looking at the wrong thing, but okay, so say it says you're trying to get stun duration, and you notice that the stun duration category has 4 or 5 different options, but then you notice that there is crowd control duration that it does the same thing, but at a lower percentage, but say there's only 3 options in that category, so now you have a 30% chance to roll that stat, right? So if you end up making like 3 or 4 rolls into the high risk category, you might choose to roll the more low risk for a lower percentage, just so you don't brick the item and make it completely useless. That's another thing to consider. But anyway, I'm done with this live stream. Hey, how's it going, Blocks? I was just doing a quick stream to explain tempering and all to my guy here. Yeah, definitely more in your favor. Yeah, to be honest, I've gotten exactly what I needed at a high percentage on the very last roll on a lot of items. So, ideally though, when you're early game, if you can get what you want on a low amount of rolls, and then use that same gear item when your build evolves, and just change it around, that's even better. Because then you don't have to replace it and re-level it. But alright, I think that's about it. I am going to call this stream, and we'll get back to just grinding, buddy. But hey, thanks everyone for dropping in that was interested. Go back and watch the video, man. I just did a brief explanation of tempering and masterworking.